Atise and the Secret of the Twins. Chief Iguele was a man of great wealth, influence and affluence. He ranked second among the chiefs of Igodo land and was most trusted and respected due to his wealth and closeness to the king. Atise was the youngest and favorite wife of Chief Iguele. Despite the love her husband showered upon her, Atise's heart was heavy with sorrow. She was barren, and her co-wives and the village women often mocked her. Atise was as young as some of the children of her co-wives, hence their dislike for her. At 30, she had become frustrated, having been married and waiting for 5 years without the fruit of the womb. Iguele's compound was very large. It consisted of the main house and 3 separate huts for each wife, arranged in a semicircular form behind the main house. Each wife planted crops behind their respective huts. The huts had thatched roofs, but the main house had corrugated metal sheets, making it the second after the king's palace to have metal roofs. Many villagers used to collect water from the metal roof for drinking when it rained. Every day, Atise would hear the whispers and taunts of her co-wives. "Look at her," one would say, "so beautiful, yet empty." Another would laugh and add, "She has nothing to show for her beauty. What use is a woman who cannot bear children?" They wondered what the chief was doing with a barren woman when he had children by other women. These words pierced Atise's heart like sharp arrows. She would often retreat to the confines of her hut, where she would weep silently, away from prying eyes. Chief Iguele, seeing her sorrow, did everything within his power to console her. He bought her the finest clothes, adorned her with the most exquisite jewelry, and showered her with affection. But nothing could erase the pain of her barrenness. Chief Iguele even sought help from spiritualists and herbalists, traveling far and wide with Atise for solutions to his wife's childlessness. Each herbalist or spiritualist gave them hope, performing rituals and supplications and giving them herbs, but all efforts were in vain. Atise either failed to conceive or suffered miscarriages, deepening her despair. One fateful day, after another failed attempt at a herbalist, Atise decided to go to the community stream to fetch water. She went alone, and the path was lonely. The path to the stream was long and winding, flanked by tall wooded shrubs and large, tall and aged trees. It was a journey she had made countless times, but today felt different. The burden of her sorrow weighed heavily on her shoulders. As she walked, tears streamed down her face. She began to talk aloud, her voice breaking with emotion. "Why have the gods cursed me with barrenness? What wrong have I done to deserve this? Am I not a good wife? Have I not honored my husband and the gods?" She cried out to the heavens. Suddenly, as if in response to her cries, a gentle voice emerged from a hedge of banana trees by the roadside. The voice was soothing, like the rustle of leaves in the wind. The quiet of the lonely road made the voice sound like 1,000 voices. "Stop crying," the voice said. Atise froze in her tracks, her heart pounding in her chest. She looked around but saw no one. Who are you?" she stammered, her voice trembling. "It doesn't matter who I am," the voice replied. "Take and eat from the bunch of bananas under these trees. Also, take a banana sucker home and plant it behind your homestead. As the banana trees bear fruits, so will you bear children. But remember, you must never ill-treat the children you give birth to, and you must keep this encounter a secret." The voice paused and continued, "Furthermore, you must keep the children that you will bear out of rain. They must not come out of the house when it rains." Atise, though frightened, felt a glimmer of hope ignite within her. She cautiously approached the banana trees and saw a ripe bunch hanging low. She plucked a banana, peeled it, and ate it slowly, savoring each bite. Then she carefully picked up a banana sucker lying at the foot of the tree, picked up her empty water pot, and headed back home. With renewed hope, Atise hurried back to her homestead. She planted the banana sucker in the backyard, as instructed. Each day she tended to it with care, watering it and protecting it from pests. To everyone's surprise, Atise soon became pregnant. Her co-wives and the village women were stunned. Some whispered that she had visited a powerful native doctor, while others speculated that she had made a pact with the spirits. Atise, however, kept her secret, remembering the warning of the mysterious voice. Months passed, and Atise gave birth to a set of twin girls, Odion and Akere. The twins were extraordinarily beautiful, with bright eyes and radiant smiles. The whole community marveled at them, and even the mocking voices of her co-wives fell silent and was overjoyed, and threw a grand celebration to welcome his daughters. The village was filled with music, dance, and feasting. Atise, though happy, always remembered the warning. The twins were forbidden from going into the rain. The twins grew quickly, their beauty and grace capturing the hearts of everyone who met them. They were curious and playful, always running around the homestead, laughing and exploring. Atise watched them with a mixture of joy and anxiety, constantly reminding them to stay out of the rain. One day, while Atise was away visiting her family in a nearby village, she left her twins in the care of Iguele. It was a bright sunny day, and the twins were playing in the yard. Suddenly, dark clouds gathered in the sky, and it began to rain heavily. Iguele, busy with chores inside the house, heard the rain and remembered the firewood she had left outside to dry. She called out to the twins, "Odion, Akere, come quickly and help me bring in the firewood so it doesn't get wet." The twins ran to her, their eyes wide with fear. "We can't go into the rain. Our mother warned us never to let ourselves be beaten by the rain," they said in unison. Iguele, annoyed, snapped, "Why won't you go into the rain? You're not made of salt to melt away. After all, you're just bananas. The rain won't kill you." The twins, shocked, realized that their mother had broken her promise and revealed their secret. Tears filled their eyes as they began to sing a mournful song, their voices filled with sorrow. With heavy hearts, the twins walked into the rain, their song echoing in the air. "We'll return to where we came from," they sang, their voices blending with the sound of the falling rain. The sky darkened further, thunder clapped, and lightning flashed across the sky. As the twins walked deeper into the rain, a fierce storm erupted. The winds howled, and the rain flooded to them. Banana trees behind their homestead were struck by lightning and withered away, their once lush leaves turning brown and brittle as if torched by harmattan fire. When Atise returned home, she found her daughters unconscious, lying on the ground, rain-soaked to the bone. Her heart broke at the sight, and she cried out in anguish, "Please forgive me. I should have kept the secret. Don't take my daughters away from me," she pleaded, holding her daughters' limp bodies close to her. Ijiseme was greatly troubled by the tragedy that had befallen his household. He had cut short his meeting at the palace with the king as news of the tragedy spread like wildfire. He was confused and angry. He loved his twins, just as he loved their mother. When he was told what happened, he quickly ran to the king, who summoned the community medicine man. He came from a long lineage of medicine men, reputed for curing various types of ailments or disabilities. Like his father and grandfather before him, his fame went beyond Igodoland to faraway kingdoms. When the community medicine man arrived, a crowd had formed around the motionless bodies of the twins. He signaled to the crowd to make space and allow air. First, he asked Atise what had transpired. inspired. Atise narrated how she had left her children in the care of her friend, who had done to the children what was taboo to do. Atise recalled that one day she and Iguele were sitting under a large baobab tree, enjoying the shade and the gentle breeze. Iguele began to express sadness over her childlessness. Atise explained that as they discussed Iguele's predicament, she realized that Iguele was going through the same experience of childlessness that she had gone through. I tried to encourage her, Atise said in a quivering voice. I advised her to be patient, that one day God will visit her, also the way he had visited me. Atise paused. She was tired of waiting and could no longer bear the taunting of people, and she was getting older. She had planned to do some unthinkable things to herself, since the native doctor, who had helped many overcome their childlessness, were unable to help her. That was why I told her not to do that. I advised her to be patient and that God would intervene in her circumstances. Iguele, you must promise never to tell anyone, Atise began, her voice low and serious. My daughters came to me through a divine encounter with a mysterious voice. They are special, and I was warned never to let them go into the rain. Iguele listened intently, her eyes wide with wonder. I promise, Atise, I will keep your secret safe, she vowed. I didn't know she would stab me in the back. I am sorry, she said helplessly, and gazing at the medicine man. The medicine man was sad as he looked at the sorrowful woman lying on the ground, still holding her children. To Atise and said in a commanding voice, God showed you compassion and intervened in your predicament, saving you from shame, sorrow, and tears. However, you chose to be disobedient and broke your covenant with the divine. You were entrusted with a life and death secret, but you failed to keep it. Look at what you have brought upon yourself. He paused, his eyes filled with anger, and then declared, You have sinned greatly, and thus the gods have spoken. The banana trees will not grow again, but they have decided to spare the lives of your children. The twins will survive. The crowd erupted with excitement. As Atise listened to the community medicine man, her heart leaped with hope. The medicine man then addressed Iguele. You betrayed your friend by revealing a secret she entrusted to you, and you also mocked God. You didn't consider the consequences of your actions, the medicine man said, his voice trembling with anger. He turned to Iguele and asked, Why did you betray your friend who trusted you? Iguele fell to her knees and confessed that jealousy overcame her reason. She was envious of Atise and her twins, the most beautiful and admired girls in the community. Tearfully, she asked for forgiveness from Atise and the people. The medicine man reached into his pouch and brought out a thin, long gourd shaped like a cucumber. He shook the gourd vigorously, removed its lid, and poured black ointment into the cupped palm of his left hand. He took some of the oil in his right hand and rubbed the oil on the girls' faces, one after the other. Then he retrieved fresh leaves from his pouch, crushed them between his palms, squeezed out some juice, and administered the drops to the lifeless twins. A moment of silence fell as the crowd, the king, the community medicine man, and Ijiseme watched. The medicine man started chanting supplications and incantations for the dead to come back to life. The twins sneezed, slowly stirred, and their eyes fluttered open. Atise wept tears of joy and gratitude as she embraced her daughters, thanking God for his mercies. There was wild jubilation. The medicine man turned to Iguele and said, Because of the evil you have done to your friend and her innocent children, you will never have children of your own, and the cry of babies will never be heard in your household. Moved by Iguele's genuine remorse, Atise implored the medicine man, "Please, wise one, show her mercy. I know she has betrayed and wronged me. Please have mercy on her." Atise knelt before her husband and said, "Please forgive me and my friend for the wrongs we have done," and broke into sobs. Observing the sincerity in Atise's plea, the medicine man nodded. "Very well, Atise. Because of your compassion, the gods will show mercy. Iguele, you will face hardship for your actions. But if you sincerely repent and change your ways, the gods may yet bless you with children." From that day on, Atise and her daughters lived a life of gratitude and humility. The miraculous survival of the twins amazed the village, and the story of their rebirth spread far and wide, becoming a cautionary tale and a testament to the God's mercy. Humbled by her near loss and the mercy shown to her, Iguele worked hard to earn the forgiveness and trust of her friend and the community. She dedicated herself to helping others, and eventually, the gods blessed her with a child of her own. Peace and harmony were restored in Chief Ijeseme's household, and Atise's twins grew up to be wise and kind, always mindful of the lessons of humility, gratitude, and the power of keeping one's promises.